A nawab or nawab is an honorific title ratified and bestowed by the reigning Mughal emperor to semi-autonomous Muslim rulers of princely states in South Asia. Nawab usually refers to males. The female equivalent is begum or nawab begum. The primary duty of a nawab was to uphold the sovereignty of the Mughal emperor along with the administration of a certain province. The title of nawab was also awarded as a personal distinction by the paramount power, similar to a British peerage, to persons and families who ruled a princely state, for various services to the government of British India. In some cases, these titles were also accompanied by Jagiir grants, either in cash revenues and allowances or land holdings. In the British Punjab, Northwest Frontier, Sindh and Balochistan provinces, some of the chiefs or sardars of large or important tribes were also given the title, in addition to traditional titles already held by virtue of chieftainship. The term Nawab was originally used for the subordinate or viceroy of a Suba region of the Mughal Empire. History. The term is Urdu, borrowed via Persian from the Arabic, being the honorific plural of naib, or deputy. Quote, in some areas, especially Bengal, the term is pronounced nawab. This later variation has also entered English and other foreign languages. The term nawab is often used to refer to any Muslim ruler in North or South India, while the term nizam is preferred for a senior official. It literally means governor of region. The Nizam of Hyderabad had several nawabs under him. Nawabs of Kadapa, Sira, Rajamundry, Kanul, Chikikale, Al. Nizam was his personal title, awarded by the Mughal government and based on the term Nazim as meaning senior officer. Nazim is still used for a district collector in many parts of India. The term Nawab is still technically imprecise, as the title was also awarded to Hindus and Sikhs as well, and large zamindars, and not necessarily to all Muslim rulers. With the decline of that empire, the title, and the powers that went with it, became hereditary in the ruling families in the various provinces. Under later British rule, Nawabs continued to rule various princely states of Awadh, Amb, Bahawalpur, Alasna, Baroni, Banganapal, Bhopal, Cambay, Jayora, Junagadh, Kanul, Kowai, Mamdod, Multan, Palanpur, Patadi, Radhanpur, Rampur, Malakotla, Sachin, Rajali and Tonk. Other former rulers bearing the title, such as the Nawabs of Bengal and Oudh, had been dispossessed by the British or others by the time the Mughal dynasty finally ended in 1857. Some princes became Nawab by promotion, e.g., the ruler of Palanpur was Devan until 1910, then Nawab Sahib. Other Nawabs were promoted or restyled to another princely style, or to and back, e.g., in Rajgarh a single rabbit went by Nawab. The style for a Nawab's queen is begum. Most of the Nawab dynasties were male primogenitures, although several ruling begums of Bhopal were a notable exception. Before the incorporation of the subcontinent into the British Empire, Nawabs ruled the kingdoms of Awadh, Bengal, Arcot and Bhopal. Ruling Nawab families. Miscellaneous Nawabs. Personal Nawabs. The title Nawab was also awarded as a personal distinction by the paramount power, similarly to a British peerage, to persons and families who never ruled a princely state. For the Muslim elite, various Mughal-type titles were introduced, including Nawab. Among the noted British creations of this type were Nawab Hashim Ali Khan, Nawab Khwaja Abdul Ghani, Nawab Abdul Latif, Nawab Faizunnisa Chaudhurani, Nawab Ali Chowdhury, Nawab Saeed Shamsul Huda, Nawab Sirajul Islam, Nawab Alam Yar Young Bahadur, M. A. Madras B. A. B. C. L. Bar at Law. There also were the Nawabs of Danbari, Nawabs of Ratanpur, Nawabs of Baroda and such others. Nawab as a court-rank Nawab was also the rank title, again not an office, of a much lower class of Muslim nobles, in fact retainers, at the court of the Nizam of Hyderabad and Berar state, ranking only above Khan Bahadur and Khan, but under Jang, Daula Mulk, Umara and Jai. The equivalent for Hindu courtiers was Raja Bahadur. Derived titles. Nawabzada. This style, adding the Persian suffix zada which means son, etymologically fits a Nawab's sons, but in actual practice various dynasties established other customs. For example, in Bahawalpur only the Nawab's heir apparent used Nawabzada before his personal name, then Khan Abbasi, finally Wali Afad Bahadur, while the other sons of the ruling Nawab used the style Sahibzada before the personal name and only Khan Abbasi behind. Nawabzadi implies daughters of the reigning Nawab. Elsewhere, rulers who were not styled Nawab yet awarded a title Nawabzada. Nabob in colloquial usage in English, adopted in other Western languages. The form Nabob refers to commoners, a merchant leader of high social status and wealth. Nabob derives from the Bengali pronunciation of Nawab, Bengali, Nobab. During the 18th century in particular, it was widely used as a disparaging term for British merchants or administrators who, having made a fortune in India, returned to Britain and aspired to be recognized as having the higher social status that the new wealth would enable them to maintain. Jos Sedley in Thackeray's Vanity Fair is probably the best-known example in fiction. For this specific usage it came to be sometimes used for ostentatiously rich businesspeople in general. It can also be used metaphorically for people who have a grandiose sense of their own importance, as in the famous dismissal of the news media as nattering nabobs of negativism in a speech that was delivered by Spiro Agnew and written by William Safire. NAIB. The word NAIB has been historically used to refer to any local leader in some parts of the Ottoman Empire, successive early modern Iranian kingdoms, and in the Eastern Caucasus. Today, the word is used to refer to directly elected legislators in lower houses of parliament in many Arabic-speaking areas to contrast them against officers of upper houses. The term Majlis al-Nawab has been adopted as the name of several legislative lower houses and unicameral legislatures. Gallery. Some Nawabs of Arab Indian states formerly ruled by Nawabs.